Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Florentin, and today I fall into that category. You know what people say, those who can't play music will talk about music. I guess that's true about me today. I can't really play anything today. I haven't been able to really practice in a week or so. Just lots of things going on and old strings on my instruments, and I haven't had time to change them, and I cannot stand playing with very old strings. So I'll just do a quick vlog on a couple of 2 or 3 different topics. Come along. Now, before I get started, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, where you'll find lots of videos on music performance, and, classical guitar, piano, other instruments, and also lots of music theory videos and reviews and demos and lots more. Don't forget to click that bell and get this video a like when you get a chance. Thanks. So I just finished my Los Romeros book. Some of you were following along with this book. I believe this will be my 4th video on the book that I would make in the next week or so. I will place links to the first 3 or 4 videos that I already made on the first sections of the book. I loved this book. It had a very sad ending, and I'll share about that when I make my last video on it. So I just finished the Los Romeros book, loved it, and I'm currently reading a non-musical book. This is a funny story. I've been wanting to read War and Peace since I was a child. I think I was in 6th grade, and I went to the public library and checked out this book and tried to read it. It was just too hard for me at the time, so I gave up after like a chapter or so and brought it back. And then I tried again a few years back, some 10 years ago. I checked it out of the library, and it was over the summer that I got very busy with some recording stuff, and then I forgot to continue. So this is my 3rd attempt to actually read it, and I bought this so that I can own it. And I'm on page like 348 out of like, I don't know, 1,200 pages. It's a fat book, but it's a great book so far. So I'm a quarter of the way, and I won't do a video on this book because it's got nothing to do with my channel, I guess. But I just wanted to share that I'm reading War and Peace, and hopefully finally go through the whole thing. So it's finally gonna happen. I'm actually going to change the strings on my classicals. And I have quite a few, but 2 of the ones that I'm playing on most of the time, the strings are very old. And so I bought these Savarez strings a few weeks back, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I don't remember. I did make a video because this is unusual for me. I'm a D'Addario person. I'm not sponsored by D'Addario, but I'm a D'Addario person. I've been using D'Addario for years, 20, 25 years, even more than that. So the Cordoba C7, F7 Paco that I bought a few months ago, you should take a look for links on all these instruments at the bottom because I made videos with all of them. The Cordoba F7 Paco, the strings felt really good, and they sounded really great, and they felt great on the fingers, and a good sound and comfortable feel. So I contacted the company to see what strings they had on them, and they didn't get back to me, so I contacted some friends. And a friend of a friend who's a luthier and a guitar technician told me that the Cordoba 7 series, the C7 and the F7 and the F7 Paco, which I have, are fitted with the Savarez 500 CJ. Okay, and so I made a whole video when I bought these because it's kind of stepping out of my comfort zone. 2 of my guitars that are quite similar that I own are the Cordoba C7, that's a classical model, and I also have the Cordoba F7 Paco, which is the latest model in the 7 series. It's a really interesting model. It's a flamenco guitar with a flamenco setup, but with a cedar top and rosewood back and sides. So that's very different than what you would expect. And apparently it's made after one of Paco de Lucia's models that he played. So it's an unusual combination of woods for a flamenco guitar, and I am loving it. It's very comfortable to play, as you can imagine. If you're a guitarist, flamenco guitars are very comfortable to play, very low action. and yet the sound is not that bright, thin, brittle, all the way punchy sound. It's got some depth to it because the top is cedar and the back and sides are not cypress, they're rosewood. So I'm really liking it. So I'm going to put these strings hopefully this weekend. I have some free time, and Monday with the holiday I'm off from work, so I'll have some extra time to put strings on the C7 and the F7 Paco. And the reason I want to do those two right now is because I want to make a comparison video between those two guitars. I've done reviews on the F7 Paco, I've done reviews on the C7 Classical, and now I want to do a comparison and play them side to side. It's going to be interesting to compare those two. So anyways, I have these two sets of Savarez. Those of you that have never tried Savarez, go ahead and do what I did. Give it a try, see what happens. That's what I'm gonna. I haven't played Savarez strings in years. I think I played a set way before I even went to college. I bought some of these. I forget what model and what gauge, but I remember back in the early 90s, very early 90s when I was in high school, and then I never used them again. So it's time to find out how these work. So we've got books, we've got new guitar strings. That's my vlog for the day. Thank you for watching, I appreciate it. Don't forget to give this video a like when you get a chance. Please subscribe to my channel, click that bell. Thank you very much for that. See you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.